Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I had a request. Somebody sent me a text and reached out to me and asking if they could interview me for one of their college assignments. And I'm incredibly honored by the fact that you even want to interview me. So thank you so much, Bailey. I really appreciate it. I figured, why not take this opportunity? Some of these are probably frequently asked questions. I haven't seen the questions yet, so you're gonna get my true, honest opinion to answer. My thoughtful but but raw answer, where it's not like I can work up this whole, you know, perfect. That's like I want to give you my raw, honest opinion. So I figured, why not take the opportunity to take these questions that most of you guys probably have and turn them into a video. So thank you, Bailey, for this opportunity. I'm incredibly honored to be part of your interview and your college project. So let's get started. The first question you have is, what inspired me to be a musician? I'd say that the thing that inspired me the most, and I'll put that little question on the bottom of the screen. So what inspired me the most to be a musician is I really have I have this heart for uh, the music industry today, and I'm upset with some of the songs that are popularized. I'm not upset with the artists. I'm not upset with the musicians that put this music out there, but I am upset with what we glorify as a society. I don't like the fact that 12-year-old kids are singing songs about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I don't think it should be that way. I don't think it's meant to be that way. And I would like to provide an alternative to the music that's out there. I'm not saying that people can't listen to that music. I'm not saying that people shouldn't listen to that music. I'm just saying that I want to provide an alternative, because when a 12-year-old kid is listening to music and they're listening to my song, well, then they're not listening to a song about shaking their butt. So that's why I became a musician, and that's the kind of music I try to make. Second question. What made you realize that singing is what you want to do as a career? Kind of similar to the first answer. Is like I wanted to be a change in the world. Gonna be honest, I like being having attention. I've always, as a kid, liked the attention. I like be making people laugh. I like making people feel good. I like that. I think it's fun. I have that outgoing personality, so I personally genuinely enjoy it. But I want to take the opportunity to be a light to people, and make a difference in this world. And like I said, singing is one of the ways. I wouldn't say that I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a musician to put songs out there, and obviously to do so, I had to sing. I didn't sing at first. I was a piano and guitar player at first. First piano, then guitar. And originally, I wanted to be a guitarist in a Christian rock band. Then people maybe realized, well, they're like, you don't have a band. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. So then I I turned it into let me just start writing songs, and I then that turned into that, where I was like, wow, I really love writing songs. And then I didn't go out. Essentially, I actually wanted to to score movies for a long time too, and write the music to movies. Then I wrote and released my first song. I had written songs before, but released my first song. And that process of writing and recording and releasing, I loved it, and I wanted to do more and more and more and more about it. Number three. Is there any advice you can give someone who is just trying to join the industry that I'm currently in? 100%. I would say that it's probably going to take a lot longer than you expected to. It's going to be a lot harder than you expected to. But when it finally pays off, and I'm not even saying it's paid off for me yet, but I've seen the fruit of it starting to pay off, it's going to be worth every single second of it. Like I said, it's taken me about 7 years to get where I am, and like I said, I'm still such a small little fish in such a big pond. Uh, but seeing the progress after all this time is so, like, you forget the pain. You know what I mean? Like, you forget all the time you grinded. You forget all the time that you fought to get here, and it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy, and but if you persevere, I think that the difference between the people that make it and don't, are the people that have the opportunity. And I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to persevere, because some people's situations don't lend themselves to the opportunity. Some people have to choose to something else, and I don't know the answer of why. But I do think that ends up being the case. It's the people that have the opportunity to persevere, and the people that actually continue to persevere, I think, the people that actually end up making it into something. Number four. What made you decide to start a YouTube channel? So I had a YouTube channel back, I think it's been 6 years, I think. I think it was 2016, maybe 5 years. And I started it just to put my music up there. The first video I have up there is a preview of my first album. It's like a minute of each song from the album. And then I'd post covers here and there. I'd post live gigs here and there. And then I really started to focus on it when I started to have the realization that I could reach more people through the internet than playing a gig at a local restaurant and bar. That there were so many more people out there than just in this one room. And that's why I started. And then I started reaction videos because I saw some other completely different industry. It was actually a videographer reacting to another YouTuber and explaining how he was doing it. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. Like, I haven't seen anything on YouTube like this. And I typed in music reaction videos, and a lot of people were like kind of just commenting on the song. Wow, that's really cool. Oh, I love that. Wow, I feel that emotionally, and that's amazing. That's great. But I was like, I know a lot of technical stuff. I can really add on to that. You know, say this is how they're doing it. Kind of similar to how that guy in the video of the music, the video YouTuber reaction video. So that's that. Did I go to college did I go to college to learn about what I talk about in my videos? I went to 1 year of Queens College at the Aaron Copland School of Music. I studied music there for a year. I dropped out after my first year to pursue music full time because I wanted to build a career before. The true story is I wanted to drop out so that I could start a career because I knew it was like starting a business, and I wanted to start my business before my wife graduated college so that we can get married young and have already started a business rather than going to college, graduating at 22, and trying to start the business while also trying to get married, because she and I got married when we were 23. That's why I dropped out. I did learn a decent amount in college. The biggest thing that I learned that helped me a lot was the actual ear training. They like sight singing and stuff like that. That was a tremendous help in college. I learned a lot in high school, theory wise. So if we're talking theory, I learned a lot in high school in theory. I took some music theory classes. Shout out to Mr. Doyle, Northport High School. Thank you so much. I learned a lot in that actually. That's the majority of where I learned my theory. And then the production stuff that I talk about, I learned a lot of it on YouTube. A lot of what I learned, including the guitar. I learned how to play the guitar. Shout out to Marty Schwartz, teaching guitar lessons online on guitar in 2009, I think it was. I started to learn the guitar, and the first song I learned was You're Beautiful by James Blunt by Marty Schwartz. Number 7, what is the inspiration of my songs? It depends on the song. Sometimes it's stories, sometimes it's people I meet, like a song I Saw Human is based on an experience I had in New York City. A lot of the songs are about love songs about my wife. Some song like growing up, my song Growing Up is about my parents. And people I meet. Some songs are about people I know, but I don't want to talk about. Like, I don't distinctly say it's about this person. So it's maybe friends or family, kind of talking about their situation and what I'm observing in their situation. And some songs are just completely made up. Like, for example, my song Season 7, Episode 12. I started with a concept, and then the reason I called it Season 7, Episode 12 is it almost sounded like it could be a Grey's Anatomy episode, and I actually sampled the voice from one of the characters as Grey's Anatomy and turned it into the episode that I took that sample from was Season 10, Episode 12. Last question. What do you get? What do I do to get through writer's block? That's a great question. 3 things. 1, I stop what I'm doing and just go do something else. That's probably the least frequent one that I do. 2 is I kind of try to push through it, and I'll just try to try different things. Maybe if I'm trying to write a song, maybe I'll just try to jam on the guitar. Maybe I'll just try working with chords. If I'm having trouble finding the production, maybe I tried writing the song, like the lyrics. 3rd, what I'll do, this is probably what I'll do more often than not, is I'll look for inspiration. I'll turn on some of my favorite artists, whether I listen to music, whether I go and watch YouTube videos of them performing or playing or talking about their songs. For example, I very often, if I'm having writer's block, will turn on the 1975 and just watch some live performances of them because it inspires me to be like, I love music. I want to be a musician and all that stuff, and that inspires me a lot. But a lot of the times it's treating. You'll hear writers like writers that write like books, like Stephen King and all these huge writers. They treat it like a job. It's a job for them. They come down, and no matter, even if they don't feel like writing a book today, they go down and write. And very often you'll find that maybe you'll write a lot of fluff and just garbage, but that 1 out of 10 piece that you write, those 2 lines out of the 50 lines, that ends up being what you base the whole song about. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm incredibly grateful that you would even consider me for your interview, and I hope you do well on your exam. And thank you so much for watching. All the other people that were interested in these FAQs, frequently asked questions by Jacob Restituto. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.